friends, it's Terry Stewart, Independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Welcome to another card stamping demonstration. Today I am making an easel fold, but it's a diamond easel fold, and it uses the Rustic Harvest DSP and makes a wonderful Thanksgiving Day card. So I'm going to jump right in. If you get sick, look away because the camera is moving. And you'll see my ceiling, my big light, and of course my big head. So let me get this camera turned around, and I think we're centered up here. Looks good. You can see my card. Let me see what's going over here on my webpage, and if anybody's joining me live, if you are, say hey. I'd love to hear from you. All right, and all right, got it. Okay, I'll put this back a little bit more and adjust my light. Okay, so this is the card. It's an easel fold. So you get it, you open it. Oh, cute. But look, there's a trick. You fold this flap down, tuck it behind the sentiment, and then it stands up. Isn't that cool? So then you have, with a grateful heart, from our home to yours. Of course, you can, there's the Thanksgiving greeting, and you can write in there a personal sentiment. So I just love that. I was looking for an easel card, and I came across this. Tammy White had posted on her blog. I think she blogged about this, and she gave the directions. So I made my own. It inspired me. And I shared it with my stamping club. So the stamp sets I used are Banner Year. Now this is retired. That's where I got my Happy Thanksgiving and With a Grateful Heart. There is a current set called Painted Pheasant, where you can get some, I'll have similar greetings in that, so you could use that, that's a current product. And here is the Leaves of Holly, and that's where I got the From Our Home to Yours. And that's in a mini, and I'm going to show you at the end, so stick around so I can show you that. Now this is the card kit that my stamp club got. They came over here. This actually, we did this last month, and I had prepped everything for them. Now you'll see that this envelope is a square envelope. This is a retired Stampin' Up! Product. It's 5.5 by 5.5 square, because the card, once it's made, does not fit into a standard A2 envelope. So I had these retired envelopes. Now, of course, you can make your own envelope, or you can hand deliver your card. If you mail a square envelope, it costs you more at the post office. I'm just saying. So I'm going to put this aside, and I'm going to try to remember how I cut this. So this started out as a 5 by 10 inch piece of cardstock. And I used my paper trimmer, and I scored it at 2.5 and 5 inches. Then I took a pencil and I made a mark at 2.5 on each side. So 2.5, 2.5. I turned it around this way, and I made a mark at 2.5 here, 2.5 there, and then I did on each end, I put my paper at 2.5. So you had a mark on the side, on the end, on the side, on the side, the side, the end. And then I laid those marks on my cutting groove, the mark here and the mark at 2.5, and cut it. And that's how I got these pointy ends. Now, Tammy White explains that, so I would encourage you to go. I'll put the link. So I have a blog about this card at my blog at stampinhair.blogspot.com. There's going to be a link below. If you're watching on YouTube, go to Tammy's site. I'll have a link to that, and she gives all the measurements and explains it. And she even has larger size. This is a smaller easel card, and she does a larger one. And then I cut all these pieces based on her tutorial, but I kind of modified the colors and layers and things like that. So yeah, go see Tammy's website. So let's get some stamping done. I am today on stamping with Mary Merlot, and I'm going to stamp this greeting on the front, the greeting that holds up the easel, and then this back part. So let's start with my greeting. Let me set this up. This is kind of, it is scored, so I'm going to burnish it a little bit so it will lay flat while I am doing my stamping. There we go. And so I need a Happy Thanksgiving. And this is the piece that is inside. And this card has a lot of layers on it, but it really goes together easy. And I think that for a fun fold, it's easy to put together, you know, just scoring. So this it's going to go right there in the center. Put that aside, and then I'm going to be using my double oval punch, and this small one, for both of these greetings. So from our home to yours, and then this comes from the Leaves of Holly stamp set. And this will just slide. This is really a scrap, so I just want to center it in there. And that looks about right. And then we can do the with a grateful heart. And just put this, so center it. Bring my punch back in. And I love this double oval punch because it makes it very easy to create layers. And I am punching this more toward the top because I do want to put on those rustic embellishments. Right, and that is all the stamping for this card. And now we can start doing our layers. So I've got some Cajun craze, and I want to be punching this double oval out of there. And I do like to layer my sentiment, so this makes it very easy to do. So just put a little bit of adhesive, and I am looking forward to Thanksgiving. I love turkey and gravy, stuffing, pumpkin pie, pecan pie, and then we usually have all kinds of sides. Sweet potatoes and green beans. Okay, now let's see, we got all our, so these were squares that were cut diagonal to that, diagonally. So these two will layer, and I'm going to use the black and white side up. I just really like those leaves. I think it gives a nice contrast, and that with the DSP, one side's very colorful and has lots of fall imagery, and then the other side is black and white with great fall imagery. And I'm happy that I can show it off in this card. Those layers are done, and then we're going to layer, I'm using the Mary Merlot, and so here, and when you fold this top part is going to go back, down. Goes actually, so the large one you fold it in half, and then this part folds away, and that makes your diamond. So let me bring my foam folder in and do a little burnishing on that. This piece is going to go behind here as a layer, so you can see the back side with those leaves and the black and white, and you can color those in. You can use markers or blends or whatever kind of coloring tool that you like if you're showing that piece. And I think I was supposed to layer this, yes. So there's two pieces. That should have been on a piece of cardstock. Just like that. And then, like I said, this project has a lot of layers. I think that's what makes it so beautiful, is the colors and the patterns. So that piece is done. And then we're going to take our center and layer this. So this is the gourds and the leaf. You see that Mary Merlot. And then we have another layer for the front. And like I said, you can visit my blog and I'll have all these, the measurements, the cutting measurements for my project. Like I adapted what Tammy had posted on her blog. And then this is going to get layered like that. And so I'm only putting adhesive on the top corner. So I can actually put it on here. And this will hold the layer. Okay, move all these other pieces aside. Now this pattern goes really, doesn't go any particular way, but I kind of like that leaf. I think that fits. And center it in here. Okay. Now for the inside, we're going to have a layer of, oh, see, I did this wrong. Whoa, I got to pull this up. Whoa, whee. This actually gets layered on so many layers. This actually gets layered here. So let's try this again. But the same principle that okay. Anybody else ever have trouble putting layers? There's so many of them. Like, which one am I using where? But again, we only want the top part of it. I'll put some more glue up here. Still only want to adhere. So I'm going to fold this down and put this right on top of that so the edges of the Mary Merlot meet. There we go. All right, so we've got our top. And we fold this back, and this layer here on our, make our happy Thanksgiving sentiment. Layer that on the Cajun Craze. And I really do love that Cajun Craze with the Mary Merlot. And then this is our inside, and I think the rest of the layer should go on very easily. So this gets centered in this back piece. And this piece of DSP gets layered on the Cajun Craze. And I think we're coming down to the end, and there's not too many more places for me to misplace or my layers. I think from here on out I should be able to. So do we want our dots coming down from the left to the right, or from, I think we're going to try it differently. So we'll have these going from the right down towards the left. And then this layer right in here, want to leave a little border of my Mary Merlot. Shifted a little bit with the liquid glue. It does have a little bit of play. All right, that's good. And then these squares go right in here. So it's just a matter of keeping your layers, knowing which layer goes where. When you're putting your card together, there are a few layers. Okay, and then our last layer, and then we can get on to putting our sentiment and piece that will hold our easel up. All right. And then we have these two pieces, and I'm going to place dimensionals behind both of those, and that will give some dimension and allow the corner to tuck underneath so the easel will stand up. And with a grateful heart, I'll put that on the front, and I'm just going to center that. Move those little covers that tend to go everywhere. And then let's see if I can center that. I think that looks about right. And then on the inside, this will go towards the bottom. Straighten it up about there. And we'll see how the easel can stand up. So right about there. And that just stands like so. Now what I sometimes do is like write a little note up here, like tuck behind, greeting below, or tuck below, so they'll know that it stands up. Otherwise they might not know. And the last thing I want to do is add some rustic metallic adhesive back dots. Yes, that is a mouthful. I want to put those, I think it just adds a little something something. So let me get my take your pick tool, and I'm going to use these little ones up here, and I'll just take 3 of them. We'll start with one in the center, and then I'll go on either side of it. Oh no. And the final one. I'm just kind of eyeballing them. That looks about right. Okay, so there you go. A diamond easel fold card for Thanksgiving with the Rustic Harvest. Make sure you check out my blog, link below, and go over there and I'll give you all the measurements, and there's a link to Tammy White's blog post and instructions. So I did want to show you, I promised I was going to tell you a few where you can find some of these items. So from the mini catalog, that's where the Rustic Harvest paper is on page 49. Oh, so you can find that down here. Beautiful colors, just gorgeous. And then the pheasant, that painted pheasant, is on page 53. Has a happy Thanksgiving, has a grateful sentiment, and these little leaves. Very cute set. So you could use that for your sentiments on this card. And then the other, from the other parts, the cardstock, let me see, you can find on page 123 in the annual catalog. Here's the Mary Mallow cardstock, the Cajun Craze cardstock, and the ink pad for Mary Mallow, page 123 in the annual catalog. And then those Rustic metallic adhesive back dots on page 143. You can find those here. And then the oval, double oval punch, my favorite, 154, page 154. So there you go. If you're watching on YouTube, please like and subscribe to my channel so you will be notified whenever I post new projects. And I hope you will like and follow my Facebook page if you're seeing me there. Hi, Zana. I'm glad you like it. Thank you for joining me. So like and follow my Facebook page so you'll be notified when I'm going live. And until next time, remember, stamping is fun. Bye.